Hi, this is Jewel and I'm back with another build. This time I have this kind of Amsterdam houses. Also built a town square or maybe like a circle. This time I didn't want to like completely replicate the buildings. I just wanted to have a little more fun with this. Like just go with the flow. Because previous time I think I was kind of too stressed about everything. So instead I thought like I just need to lean into the meaning of this game, which is just, try everything out, just have fun. I spent though embarrassing 5 hours on this build, and I thought this time I'm not sure I will just talk straight like 30, 50, 40 minutes. I guess I will just like talk a little bit and then I will just put some music on. I was thinking about like maybe different formats because I saw some videos on YouTube just like people putting 2 hours build. And I guess like that's kind of a cool thing, but with my builds, I'm not sure that would be like relaxing at all. Because like I make a lot of mistakes and sometimes it's just hard for me like to put something up. I also figured out how to make a walkthrough in this game, so I had a lot of fun with that as well in the end. As for the map, I chose the spring one. I like the olden one, especially with like water there, but I thought like it was too spooky and I wanted to have something like more pretty, kind of like romantic, and I guess like the spring is the season in the Netherlands, and I actually really like this one. I think I want to build more on this map. I have a lot of ideas. I think I need to do something like more autumn-like, more to the season that we have right now. And I hope I will make the next one more spooky. But yeah, I was just like brainstorming about what I can do in the game, what would be fun for me and kind of easy, but also more challenging. So I landed on this like Amsterdam houses. And I actually was in Amsterdam once. I really liked the city. I think like among other cities, it was really different. And I think I want to go back like and explore more because I had not a lot of time there. I'm really into like bridges, especially over the water. Like I'm keep wanting to build something like maybe Lord of the Rings inspired, like really high bridges and are a little ruined. But I'm not too good with that. Like, I keep placing everything too low, and after that, I'm just too lazy to bring them up. So yeah, I really like the buildings that I made, like this street. But as for like bridges in the town square, I'm not so sure. Like, it kind of looks wonky. It's kind of hard for me to keep track on everything that I have. Like, everything just keeps disappearing and misplaced when I try to adjust something, and I don't want to bother with that. I also think that I built one of the houses. I built like 3 houses, like with the first floor being separate so I can like color a different color. But I guess I actually forgot about one of the houses. Like I remember painting like 2 houses with like the first floor being separate and different color. But as for like third one, I'm not so sure. I also really like these grids. So I guess like when you put like the path tool on the houses that are on the water, at first it like create this like a little arc with the grids. But if you do it like too wide, I guess it just makes it without the grids. And I really wanted to add them to this build, like at first to the buildings, but they were too low and that didn't work out. Then I want to do like this street bridge, And again, they were just like too low because I didn't want to bring the houses up, and that didn't work either. So I added them like to this part of this town square. Again, I'm not too sure it looks good this way, but I just really want to add them. I want to play more with that. Maybe next time. I also wanted to play a little more with the roofs because I would like reference pictures from the Amsterdam. They have these like really funky roofs. I think I tried this like with the first one. It doesn't look like the same, but kind of like in the same style. But I also didn't want like all of the builds to look kind of heavy with the designs. But I think like it turned out okay, especially like with the colors. I played with the colors a lot, and I like the builds. I think I like them. They don't have anything like on the sides or the back, so please don't look at that. I mean, like, if you look at the pictures from the Amsterdam, you only see the front, so what's the point in creating something like on the back if you don't see it? But yeah, with the town square, I didn't have anything in mind. I just wanted like a bridge and some a place where the townies could hang out. That's everything that I had in mind. So I think because of that, it kind of looks wonky. I just kept adding more stuff to that. So there I have like this kind of like a church. I didn't want it to have a lot of things there because in the back like we have a lot of buildings already, but I also thought like just like a square would be too boring. So I added like a couple of buildings there. They are really small, and along with this church we also have like a kind of a podium, and I also put like a square mark besides the podium as well. So for example, on the round part, someone will speak, not necessarily like the pastor, but maybe like the mayor. Like it could be used to announce like some townies news or to discuss something. And like the square part is where like people would stand and listen to that I had in mind. I guess like it would be better like with more benches, but it's kind of hard to spawn more clutter. I looked up some tutorials and that helped me. It may be like kind of random, but I guess that's the point. And flags, like I like them on the bridge. I think it's really fitting, but I kind of hate this too. Like they can't work the way I wanted to work them. So like I figured out how to make them separate, but I still don't know if you can attach some of the flags together. Like the game does that for you, and I'm not happy with the results all the time. I also have this script this time, like just some notes with the thing that I want to talk about, because on the previous video, I don't know what happened to me. Like I just kept talking about something, then losing my train of thoughts. I actually had it like an anecdote prepared for the previous video, but I forgot about this. Because when I researched like churches for the previous video, I discovered this website with the church that I was building. And it had like this one of the page like with the webcam of the church, and I was like in my mind somehow, you know, in some cities they have the webcams of the city and you can just like open it and see what's happening like in the city. So I thought like that's kind of weird for a church. Why they would have it. Like I'm not really a religious person, but it was kind of weird to me. But when I opened, I understood like it's not like just a random web camera that showed the place. It's for like when you have like a service in church. I guess that's how it's called. So they like broadcast that. But at the moment I thought like, wow, I'm kind of distant with all of the church stuff. I'm sorry. But yeah, as I previously said, like I was thinking about maybe like just making it without any recordings. But at the same time, it's like exposure therapy to me because I hate listening to me in like recordings. I'm kind of embarrassed like about the whole thing, but I also want to just like embrace it. And I really like to yap, you know. I like talking about things that I'm passionate about. I built this one mainly while also listening to the Fourth Wing audiobook. I really like just listening to music or some audiobook while I'm building something. As for the book, I think it's kind of cringe, but I read a lot of bad rom-coms recently, so this one it's kind of okay. I wish I could just like leave noises from the game because it's really nice, but the build was too big and I also struggled a lot with this one, so I'm not sure it would be enjoyable just like to look maybe even montaged version of this one. So I decided on this build for this one, but maybe next time, I don't know. So I think that's kind of it. For the reveal, I tried this like walkthrough feature. It looks kind of wonky, I have to say. I'm not sure the quality is good. But yeah, we have, along with the builds, we also have like this treat. We also have, is it called Barth? It looks like it. But yeah, it's just like this little square on the left where you can just like, I guess, sit, maybe catch some fish or just kind of sit and relax, maybe feed some ducks. We also have like this round spots from each side of the street. I just thought it would be looking good because I wanted to add like a part to connect the street to the coast. And of course we have this bridge that leads to the town square. On the town square we have a church, we have place for the meetings. We also have, I call it like shops. So we have this blue and green one. As for the blue, I think it would be like a workshop. And for the green one, that would be like a little more further away. Maybe like for the person who works with herbs, like maybe a doctor. And we also have this like observation deck. We have some trees and flowers there, so it's kind of romantic. And I guess that's it. I had a lot of fun with this build. And yeah, let me know if you have any tips or any recommendations. And thank you for watching. Bye. you.